Oh man, this is kind of like a quick update since my throat is like "Ee," and congested, blah blah blah. But the whole thing, I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like time travel plots, but my time travel plot is literally a closed circle, and book 12 will showcase this circle in mostly chronological order, but book 12 will also showcase this from the actual Eliza that's been through all of it. Um, Sometimes it's easier to showcase what current Eliza's doing just because, one, it doesn't spoil as much of the plot, and two, yeah, I do love time travel stuff. Like, that was probably one of my favorite setups of the Babylon 5 episodes there, where you see Sheridan traveling through time because his time save laser got hit and he appears in the future, and much how his current self of the future blanks out a little bit when his past self is riding along in his body. I kind of did a little mishmash of that when Eliza's taking over her current self's body every once in a while, but to help facilitate things, the Earthstone kind of dead drops of Eliza, certain, I want to say imprints, various magic and tech goes into it, and even with the latest episode, the issue here with the Trevelyan surprise and whatnot, yes, there's certain items that will react a certain way because Eliza is like technically waking up in some aspects, and you're gonna really get to see a whole lot of fun for season 3. Like, I'm trying to set it up to where there's a lot of thread payoffs that'll happen in season 3, and then it'll come in a roundabout circle for season 4, and you'll kind of get to see pretty much how the cookie crumbles. I've given hints of basically how Eliza will end up later on. And yeah, I would say book 12 will definitely showcase like her going through let's just put it this way, all the fun of convergence and everything else. Like, you'll get to see legitimately stuff from the ground floor. And I also like that aspect in Babylon Squared where the past version of the characters were interrupted by all these flashes, right? And then it'll make sense later in the next season where it's like, oh wait, we stole Babylon 4? That sort of thing. I'm kind of just taking... I just like the way Babylon 5 did time travel. I thought it was pretty fun, and even Drawl's, Great Machine, how you can view stuff in the past, but if you have certain kinds of skill set, you can pick up extra information, kind of like what Ivanova did. Well, Nola is kind of that with that mirror she's got, because it's basically a creation level artifact, but it requires a few things to actually be working, and it's not always connected to the future. Eliza literally has to be like, ring, 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 and like, okay, here's where we can do stuff right now. Because you have to remember, the throne site portals, like, all that stuff is corrupted right now. It's like very dangerous to use, so that's why Eliza's not like constantly calling Nola up every week like, hey, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. It's like, no, she's trying to save it for when it really matters. And yeah, sure, Nola's mirror could do a few other things, but it's mostly at the behest of like where she's at. Like, if it's a highest dominated area where there's hardly any corruption, like, yeah, that mirror is gonna get like a super duper fabulous clear signal. And if she tries to use it in places that are still, say, kind of like what Taifa is right now, yeah, it's not gonna be too good. Cause remember, the Unity guys try to rip off the highest at every point they can get, so the bad guys have their own network. The Dark Mirror network wasn't the only thing, or the only version of it around, that lovely Tanarkin. Like, yeah, yep, yeah, yeah. I guess the biggest thing though is like if you're the writer, just put in whatever tools and tropes you like. Not everybody's going to like the time travel aspect. It's the reason why I'm using Gino to lampshade this fact, because she genuinely hates time travel and how it works. One, because she doesn't really understand it all that well, and two, I don't want to make everybody like an expert in X, Y, Z of everything. There's really the only really big expert in all that is the highest, because the highest is literally God in that setting and can be everywhere at once and see everything all at once. And then you might end up having some people ask, well, if the highest could see everything, why did the highest let, basically the devil and all the demons do what they did to Elysium? Well, you might have to keep reading to figure some of more of that stuff out. But it's a contrast. Good cannot exist without evil. So that's one of the big pillars right there. And when it all comes down to it, the overall main theme of Uplift Protocol is God versus the devil. What does the devil want to do? Sell you up the river. What does God want to do? God wants to try to save you. So it's about that simple, at least to me. You guys have a good day.